video blog number 3 on February 2nd, 2025. I have got an official treatment plan today. I'm out walking with my doggy. It's beautiful out here in northern Michigan. I have stage 3 adenocarcinoma with a very rare genetic marker called ALK positive. So it makes it a bit harder to treat, but my doctors have a very aggressive plan. I found out that my chemo drugs are pemetrexed and cisplatin, and my immunotherapy drug is called premalimab or some shit like that. I don't know, but so the plan is on Tuesday, which is 3 days from now, I will be getting my first chemo infusion. I guess it takes all day, which kind of sucks, but so that will be the start. I get my infusions every 2 weeks, and I am very lucky enough to have all of my cancer in my right lung. Big tumor, 2.5 by 3.5 centimeters upper lobe. Small tumor, 11 millimeters bottom lobe. So all my lymph nodes in my lung were also positive for cancer, so that's kind of a bummer. But as of right now, the latest PET scan showed I have no growth, microscopically or otherwise, in any major organ, including my brain, kidneys, pancreas, heart, lung, liver, outside of my lung. And so that's a plus, hence the 3C diagnosis. I don't have any spawned cancer. So 3 months of chemo every 2 weeks with all these other drugs they're making me take. God, I feel like my grandma. I just counted my pill bottles. I have 17 of them. Like, holy shit. I needed not one, but 2 of those Monday through Sunday containers to organize them all, which is freaking ridiculous. It's kind of laughable. I had I would like to call an emotional complete breakdown today. I cried and cried and cried some more, hence all the bags under my eyes, and my glasses aren't hiding them really well, because I'm scared, shitless. This is a really aggressive chemo plan, and I'm ready, but I'm gonna get real sick, so I have to send a lot of shout outs right now. I started a GoFundMe page. The link will be underneath my bio there, and I sent it to a couple people, but there's a few people in my family that took some charge to help me get it started, and the results have been amazing. I've been crying all day because of people's generosity. I spent almost $7,000 between the time I got diagnosed and now, between co-pays, a $2,000 chemo drug, and a couple of other things. The costs don't go away. Co-pays are always there. And unfortunately, with this chemo plan, I am not going to be able to work, let alone leave the house. I'm going to be housebound unless there's an emergency or I'm on my way to another infusion. I can go out and about, but it's if I hang around with anybody with a cold, it could essentially kill me. So my shout outs go to as followed. I thanked everybody personally who has donated money to my fund. I thanked them via Thank On, GoFundMe, and I've also let the people that my people have allowed me to call personally and thank them personally. I've had astonishing amount of help from my mother. She got on her phone list, and actually, instead of posting it on Facebook like I asked her not to, she listened and she posted it to her friends, and her friends have taken charge and they have posted it to other people, and I'm really proud of her for listening to me and doing it the way I asked her to do it. I'm also would be remiss. Most importantly, I'd like to thank my sister Stacy. I used to be an addict for a long time. I was a heroin addict for many years. I've been sober for about 7 years now, and it took a lot for my sister to let me back in her life. I had to do a lot of work, and it's still not perfect, But for her to do what she did for me yesterday, I will never forget. It just shows you that if you put in the work in recovery, people do come back. People come back. But you can't talk about what you're going to do. It doesn't work. You've got to just do it. Get into therapy. Figure out your trauma. Addiction is a symptom. Addiction is not the problem. Addiction is a symptom. Okay? I learned that the hard way, just like every other addict probably. You cannot blame your childhood on your addiction. You can't blame your trauma on your addiction, because that is no excuse to treat people the way addicts treat people, because of the way that they're used to being ostracized. That ostracification comes from the way you are being driven by your addiction. And I had to learn that the hard way. So anyway, back to the main topic. My sister Stacy, I had asked to help me with my fundraiser, and I got a lot of real tough love, and I appreciate the fact that she put things into perspective. I am in charge of my own care. It's nobody else's job to do this for me. You know, I really needed the kick in the pants, and my sister gave that to me, and I love her dearly for it. When you find out you have cancer and bills are stacking up and you want a GoFundMe page, I just learned a valuable lesson. I hope you listen to this, because I asked my sister to put it on her Facebook page and basically solicit handouts, which was a terrible idea. And instead of asking someone to do it that way, go to the people in your family that you love and ask what they feel comfortable doing to help you instead. That way you put it on their shoulders and you can respect their answers without having to forcefully put things on their plate that they're not comfortable doing. You know, asking the right questions are really important, and I learned it on the fly. And I have a very smart sister. She is in corporate America. She is an amazing woman. She's smart behind her years. She's got a wonderful corporate job, many degrees she's worked very hard for, and I love her to death. And she's teaching me, along with therapy, how to come to people when you need help and how to do it the right way, and put the needs of what they are able to do for you instead of what you expect them to do for you. I think it's extremely important, and it was a perspective that I really needed. So she was kind enough to ask me for a wish list, and she gave me everything I needed on Amazon. All my Glucerna, my vitamins, a journal because I need to take it for palliative care. The things I really needed for my care. That was something she was willing to do for me. And I love her for it. And God bless my mother, because she really kind of surprised me. She got numbers from her friends. She didn't use Facebook to do it, which I highly recommend you don't do either. Facebook is meant for posts and updates on how you're doing, to let the people know that aren't directly in your life but do have Facebook how you are. Facebook isn't meant for solicitation. It's just not. So I'm learning as I go, and I have so much support. And I'm also a member of the Addiction Treatment Services Recovery program here where I live. And I went through rehab for 7 years, and I met a lot of amazing people. And they are also going to help me. I have a meeting tomorrow with their head of fundraising. I hope it goes well. If it doesn't, I'm going to respect whatever he says. But there's ways to go about crowdsourcing and fund sourcing in a way that's dignified. And I'm learning that. Cancer's not a death sentence. It felt like one. It still feels like one, because I am terminal. But I am ready to fight. I'm ready for my chemo. I'm ready for my immune therapy. I'm ready for my lung to come out. I'm thankful for every little bit of support I've gotten from everybody. I love my family to death, and my little sister, I also have to thank. She's my voice of reason. She's the tell it like it is, no bullshit kind of sister. And you need one of those in your life too, because when you don't have time to feel sorry for yourself, you do anyway. But there's always people in your life to remind you that there's a lot to live for. And Courtney is that person for me. And I don't know what I'd do without her. I don't know what I'd do without my sister Stacy. I don't know what I'd do without my mom. She really surprised me today. She really came through. I'm thankful for everybody. I've had so much support from GoFundMe in such a short period of time that I can't thank everybody enough. I wish I could call everybody personally, but there's privacy involved and people post anonymously. So those of you who donated to me and posted anonymously, just know that every dime you donated is going to go towards those bills and the things that I need to make sure that I can continue my cancer care. And I'm grateful for every penny, every single penny. And if you can't donate money, that is perfectly fine, because the support means more to me than any amount of money could ever mean. I'm in the fight of my life. Stage 3 lung cancer, there's no cure for. I hope the treatment plan they have for me gets me closer to remission, and then I hope the surgery to take out my lung gets rid of all the cancer, and I hope my lymph nodes don't spawn new cancer growths. I really do. Yeah, the future is up in the air, and I don't know what it's going to hold for me. But every day matters. I know that for a fact. And I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for all the support. And this is going to be a daily blog, but I have a lot to be grateful for today, so this was a long one. And sadness not invited today. Sadness isn't invited today. This is going to be a channel of hope. And like I said, my name is Shane Matthew Dagner, and I want a community. I want to find people who have cancer, who just found out or has found out for 10 years, have been fighting for one day or fighting for their whole lives. And I want to be a part of whatever communities that need somebody else for support. Because just because I have cancer, the one biggest lesson I've learned through all this is I still have plenty of strength to hold somebody else up too. And I want to be involved in anyone and everyone's community, because we cannot have enough people on our side when we are fighting this disease. And everybody matters, and every minute matters, and everybody's life matters. And I'm ready to fight, and I'll hold whoever's hand that needs to be held and fight right alongside them. So let's get a community going. I'll put my GoFundMe page in the bio. I'll put my email in the bio, because I'm not allowed to leave my phone number, I guess. And if anybody has any hard time dealing with the fact that they just got diagnosed with cancer, or they're having a bad day because their treatments suck and your joints hurt and you can't keep down a glass of water, I'm somebody you can call. Just because I'm suffering doesn't mean I can't help somebody else not suffer. I can be an asset, and I could use a few assets too. So God be with everyone and anyone who has cancer. The cliche, I'll pray for you. How about I'll be there for you and whoever needs me to be there. And there's going to be days where I need people there for me too. So this is my plight and plea. I'll leave my information links in the bio, and I really, really hope to hear from some of you. And let's get a community going.